Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today I'm gonna be making 3 holiday cocktails I swear you have never tried before. And I can say that with certainty because I just invented them. There's no way you've had these unless by some crazy chance somebody else made that exact drink for you and you did have it. This is an interesting eclectic mix, you could say. You might look at this list and say, what a strange lineup. And that's what I was hoping for. By the way, this video is sponsored by me, along with Portland Syrups. More on that in a little bit. So if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. And let's go make 3 original holiday cocktails that you have never had before in your life, ever, period. To the bottom. Number 1. The Seasonal Affective Disorder, also known as the S.A.D cocktail. This is a tiki-esque cocktail. Actually, it's a tiki. I present it like a tiki, and this was actually a really good name because this time of year, the days get so short here in Chicago, and it's actually rather depressing. So this drink is to lift you out of that funk. Credit where credit is due, Oz came up with that name. I'm calling it the S.A.D cocktail. To make the Seasonal Affective Disorder, start in a shaking tin with 1 ounce of a dark rum. I'm using a Demerara Rum here. You want something rich and bold. To that, add ½ an ounce of Cognac, 1 ounce of fresh lemon juice, ½ an ounce of Grenadine. You want a good quality Grenadine here. Obviously, I'm going to say use my Grenadine, or if you want, you could use my homemade Grenadine recipe, but we want a nice tart pomegranate syrup. ½ an ounce of an Allspice liqueur, also called Allspice Dram, and 2 dashes of absinthe. If you're using a dasher bottle, it's gonna be 4 dashes because those dashes are actually half dashes. Now we can add ice and shake. We don't have to shake it too long because we're going to pour this onto crushed ice. So I hope you already crushed your ice. Grab a low ball, fill the glass about halfway with crushed ice, strain the cocktail into the glass, top it off with more crushed ice, garnish however you see fit, also a little grated nutmeg on top. And there we have the Seasonal Affective Disorder, AKA the S.A.D cocktail. Cheers. Here we are. Now you might be thinking, it's not quite what I was thinking when you said holiday cocktails, but that allspice Dram in there gives it a little spice, and let's just go right in for a sip. Cheers. Ooh, a lot of flavor, holds up. There's a good amount of citrus, and that's good. That's intentional because we are diluting it with crushed ice, so it's gonna hold up while you sip through the entire cocktail. You get the absinthe, you get the rum, the bold rum, and then the allspice gives you this kind of warming spice that is great for the holidays. And then you've got the Grenadine that gives the cocktail a good backbone. And that's what I think is so important about Grenadine. It has a job to do. I've mentioned this in the past. It's got a nice sweetness. It has some weight. There's a lot of dilution happening in this cocktail. We also added a lot of citrus, so it needs to balance that out. Good Grenadine is a game changer, which brings me to today's sponsor, me and Portland Syrups, who put my recipe in a bottle. So now my homemade Grenadine, you don't have to make yourself. You still can, but it is available to you. A lot of you have tried it already. I'm very grateful for that. And because of the holidays, we have put together a 3-pack, which is this times 3. Now this is a chance for you to save some money, and you can stock up on Grenadine for the holidays. I also curated a little holiday sample pack, including my Grenadine and 2 of their syrups, their brown sugar simple syrup and their ginger syrup. And this is a great way to sample some of Portland Syrup's syrups. On there, you will also see the Portland Syrup Old Fashioned Kit, which includes the oh so delicious brown sugar simple syrup, as well as their own aromatic bitters and even a little jar of cocktail cherries for you. It looks like this. It also comes with crinkle paper. Wrap that one up, give that to Bob, your uncle, and call it a day. The link for all of this is down below. It's a super long link, but that's just what it has to be. Click on that, that's gonna bring you right to the page. You'll see the 3-pack on sale, you'll see the holiday pack, you'll see the old-fashioned kit, and you will see my individual Grenadine, which is what I really want you to try. And yes, this is an ad for my product. These videos don't just make themselves. This is the job. This is the, what's the word I'm looking for? This is the hustle. And the thing is, I wanna keep making it, but we need people to buy it so that there's a demand. We provide the supply, you provide the demand. So without further ado, let's move on to the next cocktail. Number 2, the Shoddy Toddy. Yep. That's what I've called it. It is a hot toddy. but it's a little shoddy. So here's the deal. A while back, I did a video of 3 hot toddies, and they all followed a very similar template. In fact, it was kind of one of those swap out. It's called, all right, real quick, it's called Mr. Potato Head. This is when you take out an ingredient and you inject another ingredient. Phil Ward is credited for coining the term as well as the method. However, people have been doing this since the beginning of cocktails, swapping out ingredients. Long story short, I'm kind of using the same template, swapping out components, Mr. Potato Head, but I'm also adding another component. I'm adding a liqueur. So that's what makes it a little shoddy, and it rhymes with toddy. This is a little medicinal in a good way. Before we get started, we need to make some green tea. So make some green tea. And we're gonna build this one right into a glass. Temper your mug. Once that's warm, you can dump that out. Let's start with 1 ounce of gin. Add ½ an ounce of Bénédictine. This is gonna give us a little honey sweetness and some herbal notes to go along with that botanical gin. Then ½ an ounce of ginger syrup, ¼ ounce of fresh lemon juice, and then top it off with about 4 to 5 ounces of your hot green tea. You may want to give it a stir, incorporate everything, express lemon oil across the top, and you can use that peel, make it look fancy by studding it with 3 cloves. Set that right on the side, and there we have the Shoddy Toddy. With this thing, it's not just pretty, I like to drop it in. Cheers. Who knew hot gin would be so comforting? It does have a medicinal quality to it. The ginger is really bright, gives it some heat, but then you've got kind of this, how would you say, this herbal honeyness from the Bénédictine. I almost put Drambuie in there. It tastes like it could cure a cold. It can't, but it tastes like it could. So give it a shot. Give it a shot. Number 3, this cocktail I am calling the Apeman. Now it's named after an old Kinks song. Very good song, Apeman. I didn't give it a holiday name because this is a drink you could really have any time of year. I don't want people to think, oh, you can only have this at the holidays, but it would be good at a holiday party, in which case, if you want, you can call this drink the Happy Holiday, which was my runner-up for a name because it has banana liqueur in it. I'm not a huge banana cocktail kind of guy, but there's some good ones, and this is a good one. Also, this one has egg white in it. So let's make the drink. First, we want to separate our egg. Have that ready. You can make it egg-free by removing the egg, or you could use aquafaba. So in the cheater tin, you can add the egg white. In the big tin, add 1 ounce of bourbon, ½ an ounce of Oloroso sherry. If you only have an Amontillado sherry, that's gonna work too. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're gonna want a kind of semi-dry sherry. ½ an ounce of a nice banana liqueur. I'm using Giffard. ½ an ounce of lemon juice, and ¼ ounce of brown sugar simple syrup. This gives it a nice caramely molasses note. Give that a dry shake for about 10 to 15 seconds. This is gonna help emulsify everything, whip it up, no ice here, then add ice and give it a wet shake for about 30 seconds. Double strain into a chilled coupe, let the foam settle, express lemon oil across the top, and grate nutmeg right across the top. Yep, 2 of the 3 cocktails here have nutmeg. It's because I really like nutmeg, and when it comes to the holidays, I am very liberal with the grated nutmeg. And there we have the Apeman, AKA Happy Holiday. Cheers. Get that nutmeg on top. Super nice. You know what makes that special? You might think the banana liqueur, but for me, it's that sherry. You get the sweetness from the banana liqueur and that brown sugar sweetness, so it's kind of desserty. The lemon, it's only ½ an ounce, so it keeps it light, but it's not like a strong sour cocktail. Of course, the texture is great with the egg white, but the sherry on the end, you get this nice, savory, nutty finish. And I don't want people to think that I'm making some sort of weird innuendo. I'm not. It's a flavor of nut that you get at the end. But it's a very good cocktail. So try the Apeman. There you are. 3 holiday drinks you've never even heard of before today. Go ahead, try these, judge them, keep it to yourself. I'm kidding. You can tell me in the comments down below. You can be as mean as you want to me. Don't be mean to other people. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, because I feel like this community is actually very supportive. I gotta say, I am proud to be presenting myself to such good cocktail people. Thank you for listening to my plug for my Grenadine, as well as Portland syrups. Do check them out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see all of you next time. Don't forget your merch, sign up for the newsletter. Cheers.